Great day, everyone. My name is Jerisha Hawk. I am an income strategist and I support content creators and online experts with 4Xing their revenue and really building that multiple six-figure business. Today, I wanted to hop on and chat with you about how to hire the right coach or to join the right mastermind, even if you've been burned in the past. And the reason why I want to chat about this specifically, it's something that I've been consistently getting questions around in regards to, Jay, I'm really ready. I know that I need a coach. I know that I'm ready to start working with somebody. I know I'm ready to buy a course or buy a program or buy whatever. But the problem is, I have trust issues. I've been burned in the past. I've hired somebody before and they didn't live up to my expectations. They made promises and guaranteed certain things that they did not deliver on. And I'm just, I don't know. I'm not ready to move forward. And I wanted to talk through not only just what my personal experience has been from being a purchaser in the sense of I'm one who buys coaching programs, has enrolled and worked with courses, who I've worked with numerous business coaches in coaching programs and mastermind groups. So I want to talk about it from the perspective of me being a consumer, but also from the perspective of me being a service provider, and hopefully shed some light and give some insight to all of you who are maybe at that point where you need something different, but you're really struggling with being able to get to a place where you're able to make a decision. And really just open the opportunity for all of you guys who are watching live or catching this in the replay to chat with me about this and to ask any questions that come up for you in regards to what your personal experiences have been and maybe any advice or any questions you have that I can help you out with, okay? So as you guys are popping on, I'm curious to know, have you been burned in the past? Have you hired a coach, joined a coaching program, enrolled in a mastermind group, anything of the above where it was pertaining to you actually doing something that was designed around helping you grow and build your business? Have you been burned before, meaning that you enrolled in a course, program, or whatever, and that individual or that product did not live up to the promise and they under-delivered what you were expecting? Just pop in the comments and you can just type in, yes, that's me. Let me know kind of where you're at, because I'm interested in that. And I don't want this to be like an overly negative bashing conversation, but I just want to, again, equip you with the tools and being able to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success before you make an investment, to make sure that clear expectations are laid out and that you actually get what you're hoping to pay for, that you're actually trying to get to the desired end goal result that you're wanting to achieve and accomplish. So hello, Anita. Hi, Michelle. I see Shanice, Leslie, Courtney. Hey, Renee. You guys, again, pop in the comments, let me know. People have told me, yes, I've been burned more than once. So when you guys are thinking through even hiring a coach or joining a program or enrolling in a mastermind group or whatever the case may have you, purchasing something, hello. So again, I'm just curious to know if you have ever hired a coach, enrolled in a program, joined a mastermind, done anything like that, purchased something to move your business forward and you've been burned in the past. And I really just want us to have an open, honest discussion about it. And really the biggest thing I want to hear for you all to get from this is to be able to have a framework or a process to walk yourself through when you're trying to make a purchasing decision, to make sure that you don't end up in the boat where you've been in a boat where you're burned again. So one thing I want to make sure that everybody understands, one, me being a consumer, but me also being a creator. One thing that you have to understand in this online space, really in any market, regardless of what you're buying, but I'm specifically speaking to those who are looking at hiring coaches, consultants, freelancers, those looking to buy courses, enroll in group coaching programs, mastermind, what have you. There is a clear difference between content creators like myself, online influencers, online experts who are coaches, consultants, strategists, whatever title you want to put on it. There is a difference between somebody being very good at sales, and there's a very big difference between somebody being very good at providing a service. And I want to make sure that you guys all understand that distinction, and that that's something that you're privy to when you are being bombarded by Facebook ads and online marketing, just period, on a daily basis. There are individuals out there who are phenomenal at marketing and sales, meaning they have phenomenal copywriting. They are very good with putting together graphics and visuals that are captivating and that draw you in and that really solicit your attention. There are people who are very, very, very good at, you know, really painting the picture of what the desired end goal or vision can look like. And being an online business, especially, that is a very key core component of being able to build a business online. Like, you need to be able to market and sell. Yeah, having great funnels that lead to no fortune sometimes. There was recently a lawsuit, and I know somebody posted this in my Be a Goal Getter Facebook group, but there was recently a lawsuit against a online marketing, online coaching business that was basically out here like fraudulently selling. You know, they were really, really good at sales, really, really good at marketing, making these grandiose promises to individuals who purchased from them. And a bunch of people, the FTC, thank you, Jewel. A bunch of people were buying and they were not delivering on their promise, and they ended up having this lawsuit and had to pay all this money back. But one thing that you guys have got to understand is people are business owners, and these fall in these two categories. And we all really need to learn how to master both. But there's a difference between somebody being very good at sales and marketing, and then there's a complete difference between somebody being good at providing a great customer service. Customer experience, and being able to deliver on a service, being able to deliver on the promise, being able to actually help you get the results of whatever said program or product is supposed to be able to get you. So you need to be able to distinguish that and operate from a sense and place of discernment to be able to identify, is somebody just selling you a dream half off? Or are they actually marketing and communicating clear expectations and I don't want to say realistic, but I want to say it in the sense that like realistic deliverables, meaning like when I say that I'm launching a mastermind that helps you build a 6-figure business, it does not mean that just because you buy my mastermind and pay me money that you are automatically going to get you're going to have a business that brings in over $8,000 a month. Like, it's not like when you go and buy a banana. You buy a banana because you want to eat the banana. When you buy the banana, you get the delivery of the promise, meaning that you can eat the product right away and consume it. Like, you're able, when you buy food, it has a very direct return on the investment, because you can just go eat exactly and get the end result of whatever it is that you purchased. But when you guys are buying courses and buying, hiring coaches and working with consultants and joining coaching programs and joining mastermind groups, you have to understand that you are purchasing I want to say intellectual property. You are purchasing education. You are purchasing knowledge that you have to consume. And just because you consume that knowledge doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily get the exact result. I mean, you have to consume that information and consume that knowledge, but then be able to go execute and implement it for yourself. I think sometimes, and I'm kind of blending point one and point two. So let me finish up point one first real quick, is be able to distinguish and operate from a place of discernment when somebody is just selling and marketing to you, and do your due diligence to actually read testimonials, hear other people's point of view and reference in regards to, is this person actually delivering a quality service? Especially in the service-based business, in the service-based industry, people are out there selling these cookie cutter solutions when you end up being left alone with no idea how to personalize it to your own situation. Or maybe you've enrolled in a course or program and you just felt like another number. You felt like a transaction because there were so many other people up in in the program that you couldn't get a word in, or let alone get a personal response to your email or to your question in a Facebook group. Again, there's people out there who are phenomenal at marketing and sales, but do a poor job in actually delivering the service. And you have got to do your research and do your due diligence to make sure that what you're buying into, that they're able to back up the promise of what they're communicating. And there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. Is one, most of these people who have these programs and whatever, they should have a testimonials, have a praise page. I have one on my website where I have been documenting other people's point of view, and I'm putting the link in the comments, you guys can actually go check it out, but like read other people's experience about what it is that you're buying. Like, don't just, if somebody's promising this, like have it be it, go double check. Like, has this person who's selling this been able to help somebody get the result of what it is that they're saying that this program or product is going to be able to deliver? Have they been able, or another way to do it, if they don't have all that testimonial data, have they been able to get the result for themselves? And like, is that documented anywhere? Is there a way for you to actually go get access to that information? And I think, like, for me personally, this is why I'm so adamant on posting my income reports. Because like when I say building a business that makes 6-figure in 6 months through my Goal Getter Elite Mastermind, like I remember when I started my business, I want to say, Jordan, I told you this, I know Jordan's watching live right now. But I'm like, I don't like seeing all these marketing headlines and taglines where it says like earn 6 figures in 6 months. Like, that's BS. Ain't nobody out here really doing it. And then I actually did it. And I was like, oh, now I'm going to be the one using those headlines saying how to make 6 figures in 6 months, because I actually did it. But the thing that I wanted to make sure, and I think this is, if you're a business owner, how can you create more access, more opportunities for you to be transparent about the results that you've gotten only for yourself, but that you're able to get for clients? And one way that I do that is I post my income reports. You can literally go download my income report, see where I made all of my money, what all of my expenses were, and how I actually built a 6-figure business in 6 months. And then so there's an opportunity for you to consume my story and see my results, but then there's a place for you to actually go see how I've been able to help other people get that exact result. So even though I'm saying how to build a business and make 6 figures in 6 months, like I've helped other people do the same thing. So I think it's important for you to be able to, again, operate from a space of discernment to distinguish between somebody who's just really good at sales and marketing, somebody who has really, really good sales funnels, somebody who's able to get you get you hyped up and excited about making a purchase, versus somebody who's also able to deliver on the results, deliver the service that they're telling you that they provide. And you need to do your due diligence in that process. So like, go read the testimonials, go find the testimonials. If no testimonials exist, like, is there an opportunity for you to get on a call with the person that's doing the sales? Is there an opportunity for you to have dialogue, whether that be through an email or whether that be through a connection call? And again, this is like for those who are applying to my Goal Getter Elite Mastermind, and it's a hefty investment. It's a 5-figure investment to be in the program. So obviously, I know that there's going to be individuals who need more than just a sales page to be able to say yes. I have space on my calendar to talk to each and every one of those individuals, or those people can reply to an email and they can send me questions if they don't want to hop on a phone call. But you should be able to like do a 2-way interview almost with whoever it is that you're selling, whoever it is that you're buying from, especially at those higher price points. So if you're not able to get on a phone call, or they're not willing to talk to you, and again, I would say this differentiates, like, probably you're not going to have business owners or a CEO getting on a phone call with you for a $17 product. But if it's a $17,000 product, like, I would assume that you should be able to get on a phone call and talk about, like, what are the results? What are your metrics? How do you define and measure the success that you get with your clients? Things like that. So do your due diligence. And this goes into my second point, is making sure that you as a purchaser have clear expectations of what you are buying into. Because I think a lot of times we as consumers, we get hyped up over like what something can deliver us and give us once we buy it. Meaning, I know that people have joined my programs and they think that just because I paid the money, that means I automatically get the result. Or that if I pay the money, Jerisha Hawk is going to build my business for me. And some people be walking in just a little bit messed up on unrealistic expectations. Like, just because you remember, if you're buying a course or buying into a coaching program or joining a mastermind group, those things are really designed to help you accelerate your process, help you accelerate your progress, help you accelerate the time, energy, effort it would take for you to get to the desired end goal or the end result or whatever it is that you're buying into. So exactly, Jordan said, so unrealistic. Like, take several seats, multiple. And for those in the back, simmer down now, okay? Like, you have to understand that if you were to join Goal Getter Elite, I am not building your business for you. I am not the one setting up your systems. I am not the one like doing your Facebook Live for you. I am not on the sales call selling your products and services. I am, teaching strategies that are proven processes that have worked not only for me, but for others. I am accelerating your learning curve, meaning that you are going to be able to have an opportunity to get direct access to answers to your questions. And one thing I think a lot of people run into the issue with is that they buy a program, and sometimes I think people are selling cookie cutter solutions, and they are unable to adapt that solution to your unique situation. And I think that this, again, goes back to what are the expectations and you being crystal clear on what it is that you need. So if you are somebody out there who wants to learn how to do Facebook ads, you need to find somebody who is a Facebook ads expert, who can teach you how to do Facebook ads, how to analyze Facebook ads, how to set up your Facebook ads, whether or not you should be doing stagnant Facebook ads versus video Facebook ads. There's a difference between saying I want to be better, I need to improve my marketing for my online business. Marketing is a huge game. People come to me saying Jay, I want to build my brand from the ground up. I'm like, somebody sold you a tagline. What the hell does it mean to build your brand from the ground up? Are you saying that you need to get better at qualifying your leads? Are you saying that you need to get better at, building brand loyalty so you can get repeat clients in business? Are you trying to say that you need to get better at Facebook ads, paid advertising routes to get in front of new audiences? Are you saying that you need, when it comes to branding, you need help with distinguishing your brand graphics and your brand visuals, or is that your website? What does that mean? So you need to be crystal clear on understanding what results are you hoping to gain and to achieve by buying, enrolling, or hiring said person. So don't just say, I want to build my brand from the ground up. Somebody literally said that to me last week, and I'm like, what does that mean? And she wasn't really able to communicate that. So I think there's and I think sometimes if you have no idea what you need, sometimes that means you need to hire somebody to teach you and to show you where your gaps are. So that might be and I think that's more about strategy. I think a lot of people are so caught up in hiring people to deliver them on tactics where they end up being busy doing all of these things and they still end up being broke. It's because they lack a clear vision and a clear strategy on how to get to wherever their end goal or end result is. But they're so focused on doing all these tactics that they end up hiring people who are teaching them these one-off tactics, but they're not able to correlate that and connect the dots back into what the bigger strategy and bigger vision is. So they can actually make sure that the tactics that they're doing will lead them to down the road path of where they're trying to go. Is this making sense? So I think really the second thing here that we need to make sure that we're focusing on is making sure that you have a very clear understanding of the expectations of the results that you're looking to achieve by hiring the coach, enrolling in the program, joining whatever. But you need to also understand there's a difference between, and so many people that I've been talking to with this Goal Getter Elite program who've been applying, a lot of them have been letting me know that one thing I ask is why this mastermind? Why are you looking to join now? Because a lot of people who are enrolling in the Goal Getter Elite right now already have a background in working with other coaches and other programs. And the thing that I'm hearing consistently over and over and over again is that they actually jumped the gun. They were so focused on learning these tactical things, these one-off individual marketing tactics. Again, they were caught up in getting into the sales, and having that is important if you know that's what you need in your business. So for those who want to learn how to launch using a webinar and then putting that webinar on Evergreen, that's a very specific thing. So you can go hire somebody to teach you how to do that or to actually implement it for you. But if you are at a point where you haven't even made the course or learned how to actually develop your process to even put that into a course, don't go out there trying to skip your process, hiring somebody to teach you how to automate a webinar sales funnel when you haven't even validated your audience or created a strategy on how to even get, you're worried about how to sell the thing when you've never even made the thing. And just because somebody teaches you how to put a webinar on Evergreen, it doesn't mean they're going to teach you how to build the course, like, or to teach you how to build the thing that you're actually going to be selling on the said webinar. So I'm just using this as an example to help you guys help make sure that you all understand, like, what are the expectations? What is the end result that you're looking to achieve? And make sure that that is in alignment with whoever it is that you're investing in, okay? I think another thing to look at is the third thing that you really need to be thinking about when hiring the right coach or joining the right program is, what type of support are you looking to receive? And I think this is something that I've ran into the issue with over and over again when I hire coaches. Is I have worked with individuals, and I've been seeing this in the industry lately, and a lot of people have been coming to me telling me this is a pain point, that they're enrolling in these programs that the person selling it is really good at marketing and sales. So they end up getting all these people into this program, and like an overabundance of people in the program. So they've checked, they've been able to scale their business and make more money. But because they've scaled so fast and didn't have the resources in place to be able to actually deliver on their promise, they're diluting the client experience. Meaning, like, if I were to join, and let me know, has anybody been in that situation where they actually end up being in a program where there was too many other people in it and not the right support system set up, where the person who sold it wasn't able to actually deliver the promise because they weren't able to actually provide the level of support needed, because they were so focused on selling, getting more people in the door, focused on that whole transactional aspect, but they forgot about, oh crap, what do we do after the yes? Now that we have all these people that said yes, how are we actually like delivering the service, providing the support, actually having an opportunity to give customer service and answer our clients' questions, especially if it's at that higher level mastermind? Like, I need to have access. So I think it's really important for you to understand what type of support are you looking for to help you get the results. But also, is the level of the investment that you're willing to put in, does that match that set end goal type of support that you're going to be receiving? So when I say this, meaning like, if you want somebody to be able to have one-on-one access, you want to be able to talk to them on a consistent basis, you want more specific answers in a faster time frame to your unique questions, you are probably going to have to pay a higher price point for that. Because in how our business is set up, how I think pretty much anything is set up in a sales capacity, the higher touch points that you desire to have, the higher the price point is. Versus if you're okay with learning on your own and you want more of like a DIY, I just want to be able to go read it, watch it, consume it, implement it on my own, then that might mean you need more of like a DIY type of opportunity. Maybe like it's more of a course or more of a digital program, or maybe an ebook or something like that. If you're at a point where you need a bit more accountability, you need that community support, you need, again, an opportunity for you to ask your unique questions and get answers to your unique questions, like that might be more of like a coaching program or a mastermind group. So you need to be able to understand what type of support do you need. And the thing that, and these are questions that you should be asking like yourself, but also being able to double check and verify that the thing that you're buying provides the type of support that it is that you're looking for. So one thing that, like with Goal Getter Elite, for example, here is we kind of do a hybrid, because based off of the last cycle that I did of Goal Getter Elite, I really polled my ladies who were in the program and got a better understanding of what their needs and desires were. So the thing that they loved the most out of everything else was like the quality of the people that were in the program. So if you're at a point where you're at a higher level, maybe you've been in a program and you're tired of being the smartest one in the group, or maybe you're in a coaching program or you've been working with somebody and you start stating what your goals are, and then people in the group think that you're crazy for like wanting to earn that much money in your business, or like think you're crazy for having high aspirations and high goals. It's probably that you've evolved beyond that demographic of an audience. You need to move up the ladder. And that's something somebody who recently joined Goal Getter Elite told me. She was like, I was talking in my coaching program and I was letting them know that like I'm ready to start making 5 figures a month in my business. And her coach and the people in her coaching program looked at her like she was crazy. Like, oh no, you're not going to be able to do that. And I'm like, girl, that type of energy and type of environment is toxic. Like, it's so important to make sure that like one, not only the type of support you need, but like what other types of people are you trying to be surrounded by? Because if you're, and that will determine what type of program or what type of product that you need to buy to actually be able to help you like get the results that you're looking for. Like, does that make sense? So and that's why like with Goal Getter Elite, like we qualify every individual that joins. Like it's not just good enough for you to be able to have the money to pay to get in the program. Like I have everybody fill out applications and I phone interview everybody to vet the personality demographic to make sure that we have a good cohort of individuals who are mission driven, who think big, dream big. Like I think the quote that I heard recently that has really been resonating with me is people who are willing to start small, dream big, and scale fast. And that's really like the essence of what Goal Getter Elite is all about. So you need to make sure, like, if that's an important quality for you, think through how is the coach that I'm hiring validating and qualifying her clients? How are they validating and qualifying the people who are in this coaching program or in this mastermind? Or are they just let anybody in who can foot the bill? Because I'm not just trying to sit here with any and everybody. Like, I'm trying to sit here with a specific type of demographic of individuals who have similar values and like moral traits that I have, so we can all be supporting each other along that path, because the people that you're in there with is really, really important. If you're somebody who needs a bit of curriculum, so one thing that I do with all of my Goal Getter Elite ladies is I have them take the Kolbe assessment. And anybody who's unfamiliar with the Kolbe assessment, I'll explain it really quickly. But the Kolbe assessment is similar to like a personality test, like a Myers-Briggs or a Strength Finders. But the unique difference with Kolbe is it tests the cognitive part of your brain, which determines how you take action. And one thing that I think a lot of coaches don't do is how are they adjusting their teaching style to make sure that it is crafted in a way for the consumer, you, the customer, to actually be able to digest, implement, and go execute on it. And everybody here learns differently. Everybody here takes action a little bit differently than others. So one thing that I do to ensure that we don't run into like a cookie cutter program or a cookie cutter solution is making sure that I understand what is the Kolbe assessment of all of my ladies, meaning I have it like written down on a piece of paper on my computer. What is everybody's Kolbe assessment? Because if I know that like Brianne, for example, takes action differently than Tamara, for example, when she's asking me questions, I'm going to communicate the answer back in a way that aligns with how she takes action. So she's not just reading and consuming content, but then still stuck. I'm tailoring my answer and how I'm supporting her in a way that she's able to then go implement it and execute on it. And I'd say a lot of coaches don't do that. They have not only cookie cutter solutions to how they teach or how they deliver their content, they have cookie cutter solutions with how they support you. And that's something that to me is very important because all of us take action differently. And I'm a high quick start, but most of my clients are high fact finders or high follow throughs. Meaning like if I tell them, you know what, you need to change your strategy and go do this, most of my clients need that broken down into a step-by-step process before they can go execute. But if I know how they take action, I can then tailor my response to suit their needs. So I think that's very important for you to also understand. That's something that's one of my value traits in my higher level programs. And why I really encourage all of my clients who take the Kolbe assessment to let me know what it is. So then I can better like support them with actually executing on whatever said thing is. So that's really, really, really important. I think the other one, I think that's really the main three things I want to help everybody here understand is one, when you are looking to hire a coach, join a program, enroll in a mastermind, whatever it is, one, be able to operate from a space of discernment and understand, is this person just really good at marketing and sales? And are they really good at just getting you hyped to the yes? Or are they able to deliver the promise after the yes? And how you can do that is one, like go read their testimonials. Go read, and when you're reading those testimonials, look for specifics. So like, again, if you go on my praise page, if I'm saying that I'm selling a program that teaches you how to 4X your revenue, and they have no testimonials actually communicating that the program that they took was able to 4X their revenue, flag. Or like go look for what their promise is and go read through the testimonials to see if there is somebody communicating that they got that promise. Another thing that you can do is, have they been able to get the results for themselves? So is there an opportunity for you to learn more about their background and how they were able to get this result for themselves as well? Or a third here is like, is there an opportunity for you guys to have dialogue? Meaning like you're able to get on a phone call or send them an email and ask them what your specific questions are. You might have an opportunity to look through their FAQ section on their page to see if they're answering some of those questions that might still have you lingering. So do your due diligence in making sure that you're not just buying something because they're really good at selling it, but that they also have a process and have proven results on what they do after they get your yes. Second is being clear on what are your expectations. So what is the specific result that you're looking to achieve, and make sure that the person that you are hiring is able to help you actually get that result. So one thing I do on my sales calls, if somebody tells me, and this is part of the reason why I do application process, if somebody tells me that they want to they're a product-based business, for example, and they want to take their brick and mortar and do e-commerce business, that is not in alignment with what service I provide. So I will be straight up and say like, hey, I don't work with product-based businesses. And I have no problem telling that person, no, I am not the best person to take your money. Let me actually refer you to one of my other clients who's phenomenal at that, or somebody else in my network who can support you. And I'm very like honest about that. Like I'm not. So if you are talking to somebody and they are not willing to say no, and based off of what you know about their business, and you know that what you're doing is not in alignment with what they provide, like you need to do your due diligence on that too. So get very clear on the result that you're looking to get, and make sure that the person or the thing that you're buying actually delivers that promise. And third is get very, very clear on the type of support that you need. You know, if you're buying a DIY course, do not expect to have direct access with the course creator, because that's not what you bought. You know, if you are the type of person who you're not just good at being able to go and watch all these trainings and tutorials, you need community, you need feedback, you need people to be there when you have the hiccups and the late nights or the tech issues. You need people to talk to. You want direct answers to your questions in a timely fashion. You might need to be in a coaching program or a program that offers a bit more of that community aspect or that direct line of access. So get clear on the type of support you need as well. So I hope this was helpful. This is just something that has been consistently coming up through my Goal Getter Elite applications. But for anybody who is that is a content creator, online expert, coach or consultant, and you're at a point in your business where you've been able to make 4 figures a month in your business, and you're ready to really 4X your revenue and get to that 6-figure and beyond level, I highly recommend that you check out and learn more about Goal Getter Elite. Goal Getter Elite is a 9-month mastermind, really designed not only from my personal experience, but from experience I've been able to help other clients get with building that 6-figure business. And the unique aspect about Goal Getter Elite that I think makes it a little bit different than a typical mastermind is it has a mentorship component to it as well. So there is curriculum in conjunction with masterminding that's going to be taking place over the next 9 months. So I've built a framework called the 6-figure framework that goes through like the 6 core pillars of what it takes to build a 6-figure business. And I've talked about this in previous episodes. So we really go through that curriculum and help you understand like not only how to build a business model that is unique for you and that is aligned with your income goals, but helping you also develop the strategy elements within that broader strategy of like lead generation, conversion marketing, executive level sales, delegation exchange, all the different core pillars that we talk about in the 6-figure framework. So you're not only learning the strategy hierarchy-wise in regards to how to build a 6-figure business, but you're learning the key components to actually build that 6-figure business. And I'm going to be supporting you, not only educating you on that, but supporting you with implementing and executing on that over the next 9 months to really help you have radical transformation and acceleration in your online business. So it is application based. Applications will be closing down on February 23rd. So I really do encourage you, if this is speaking to you, something you're interested in, like you can click the link below in the comments or the link in the title of this Facebook Live description to just learn more. I highly just recommend that you apply, and you can always schedule a call with me so we can chat to make sure and see and validate whether or not this is a good fit for you, and really just help you make that next best decision for where you're at in your business and for where you want to go. So I hope this was helpful. Let me pop in and see if there's any other questions that you guys have now or while you're catching this in the replay. Kimberly said, how do I get testimonials when I don't have paid clients yet? Kimberly, even if you don't have paid clients, if you've been able to support somebody with getting a result, ask them for the testimonial, even if it was free work. Because they can still speak to your character. They can still speak to your process. They can still speak to whatever results you were able to help them get, regardless if it was paid or not. So now I think this is where a lot of people get tripped up, because even if you don't have any paid clients yet, go out and do the work for free for 2 or 3 people so you can actually test out your process, but also get that client feedback and get those testimonials. So then you can use it when you actually go out to the market to sell your product for a paid price. So it doesn't even matter that nobody's paid. If you've helped somebody get the result that you're looking to sell, go back and ask all those people that you did it for free to do a video testimonial or write up a testimonial on how you were able to support them, what life was like before you worked with them, and what life was like after you worked with them, and how you were able to help them get that result. I teach because I've gotten results for myself. Okay, so maybe like document your journey. Like, and again, if you don't have testimonials for paid, if you haven't done it for somebody else yet, I would see, have you had an opportunity to support people? Again, like how you've been able to help people anyways. So maybe they can't give you direct testimonials for the result of whatever product or program you're selling, but can they give testimonials to your character and just who you are as a coach or a consultant in that type of, from that perspective? Glad that was helpful. So I'm not seeing any other questions, but if you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, pop it in the comments and let me know. I hope this was helpful. And again, Goal Getter Elite, if that's at all of interest to you, I really do invite you to just click the link in the title description to learn more and to submit your application. I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye, everybody.